Fly ball, deep right center field, off the bat of Cronenworth, back, gone! Into the crowd zone! Padres go back to back! Huge day for the Padres offense again and for the Crone Zone as the Padres take game 2 of the series and the series against the Angels. We welcome you back to San Diego for game 3 of 3 between the Los Angeles Angels and the San Diego Padres from Petco Park. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball presented by Major League Baseball. Well, a slow start for Jake Cronenworth to begin the year, but yesterday a great sight for the Crone Zone.
We could start calling Jake Cronenworth Jake the Rake, and why not? We're approaching the All-Star break. A couple of Padres are really seeing the ball well and paying dividends. And yesterday, Jake Cronenworth was up to the task. Yesterday, his line, 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 runs batted in. And how about this little nugget? We saw history, Donnie. First player ever with 3 extra base hits versus Shohei Ohtani. And here's the little thing that Jake is getting locked in. Of his 3 hits, the double hit a cutter. Another double, the sweeper. The home run, a fastball. 3 different hits, 3 different pitches. Looks like Jake is approaching getting hot before the All-Star break. He needs that.
Xander Bogaerts got off to an incredible start with the San Diego Padres all of April, really. Had a tough time, and now it looks like he is back again.
And you know what, the middle of the lineup, we talked about Jake, and how about Xander, right? Well, he's swinging a hot bat, seeing the ball well, and getting hot before the All-Star break. Last 2 games, 5 hits. 4 runs. He's getting on. Guys are driving him, and he's parked a couple, using the whole field. That's what I really love about Xander. And then the soft breaking ball, he can pull it to the pull side and hit the home run. 6 RBIs. Hey, he's 11 shy of 1,500. So Xander Bogaerts, maybe before the All-Star break, get hot, and then after the break, approach 1,500 hits. So congratulations to Xander. He's swinging a hot bat.
Seth Lugo takes the baseball tonight in Game 3 of the series for the Friars. This will be his 4th start since coming off the IL, and he's been very good.
He's been really good, and a guy to have on the mound to sweep these Angels. What makes him so good? Well, he fills the zone. Seth Lugo is getting that rock every 5 days. He was on the IL, but taking advantage of these starts. He spots the fastball, he fills the zone, very few walks, and he's got that hammer as well. In Cincinnati, he really didn't get a lot of support. And you know what? He's had 2 or fewer walks in 10 of his 11 starts. So Seth Lugo, a good guy to try to sweep the Angels here in San Diego.
Coming up, the prodigal son returns. Mark Sweeney caught up with the Angels manager and former Padres All-Star Phil Nevin when we return to San Diego.
Welcome back to Petco Park, where we have the final game of a 3-game series against the Angels. I have manager and former Padre Phil Nevin together. Phil, good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
I love this because what's happening now is 6 years in a Padre uniform as a player. You've been here as a coach. You've been here to Petco Park, and emotionally, was this different this time coming here?
Yeah, I think so. It just the drive in, and seeing the people, and last time we were here, we were in the bubble, so we were staying at the hotel and busing us in the back way, and so it was a little different. But having the crowd here, and what this place has turned into over the years, a lot of memories, a lot of people, familiar faces. They're still around for some reason, even you, and so a lot of fun, yeah.
When you think of your Padre career, home runs, great moments. But one of those special moments was playing in the All-Star game. Your only All-Star game, and it was in Seattle. This year it's in Seattle as well. What do you remember most about that experience?
Does that mean I'm really old? They're returning to another place?
It does.
Yeah. Just being with my teammates. Ryan went. Boch was one of the coaches of the team. Tony was obviously honored there in his last year with Cal on the other side. That's probably what I remembered most, is being with my teammates. My son Tyler was kind of old enough to sort of remember it. He talks about it anyway, but sitting out there with him during the Derby, barely remember my at-bat. I flew out to right field off Percival. Of course, I had to face a buddy of mine, right, that, all the pitchers that were there, I had to face Troy. But it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. When I get the chance to tell my players now that they're going to the All-Star game, and, hopefully we add 1 or 2 here coming up, it's a special moment. I look forward to watching them and being a part of that, and their families talking about it and hearing their stories. So, really was a fun time. I only got to go to 1, but well worth it.
Full year of managing, and you make changes. You also have a lot of things that you would like to probably be better at. One thing that I look at from a former teammate of yours is, are you trying to catch Bobby Cox in getting tossed from games?
No, I'm not. I mean, those aren't things you set out to do. I mean, I get it. Hey, Boach has passed me, Kotz has passed me, and Booney's passed me. We kind of got our little group here. We got to get Dave Roberts to get thrown out one time. I mean, but we got a nice little fun friendship group going there. Stu's part of that too in Florida. But yeah, those guys are beyond me. I hope you ask those guys the same questions. But those aren't scripted or planned. It's just, hey, it's the passion of the game. You protect your players. You protect your team. I have great relationships with these umpires, and contrary to what people probably think, and I obviously have my own passion and the way I go about things too. So, like I said, it's not planned out to go do those things. I'm not trying to put on a show. It's just what my personality is.
Part of your passion is the reason why you're in this position. As former player, former teammate, and a good friend, man, I am proud of you. It's been great to see you come back here, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, buddy.
When we come back, the Angels will try to avoid the sweep. The Padres will try to get their first sweep of the season. When we return, first pitch is next.
Padres baseball is brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres, and by Circa Las Vegas. Beautiful night in San Diego, the finale of this 3-game series. Seth Lugo has taken the hill as the Padres look to make it a clean sweep of the Angels as we check out Phil Nevin starting 9. Mickey Moniak is leading it off. He is in center field with Eduardo Escobar at third base. Shohei Ohtani, the DH, bats third, back in the lineup with Joe Adell in left field. Mike Moustakas at first base. Former Padre Hunter Renfroe is in right field with Matt Thaiss doing the catching. Luis Rengifo at second base and Andrew Velasquez at shortstop rounds out the starting 9. Well, the Padres have done a very good job in containing Ohtani so far in the series.
They most certainly have. Breaking stuff away. Cosgrove got at him. That big sweeping off-speed pitch away. And then the changeup from Nick Martinez right down and away once again. Tough to elevate, but perfectly located, keeping it on the ground, keeping it in the ballpark. And then the high cutter right there. And outs by pitch. Well, 6 from 2 of the cutter. And then they're spreading it around. They're not just staying with one pitch. The curveball, the changeup, the four-seamer, and the slider. And what's the tendency here? Away and down and away. At times you can go up to Ohtani. So a nice job of pitch selection against Shohei Ohtani.
That was a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. As the good news for the Angels, Ohtani able to hit still. Seth Lugo on the mound for the Friars.
33-year-old left Friday's contest against the Reds, tied 1-1, but he pitched really well. 6 frames, only 1 earned run. This guy throws strikes. He did not walk anybody. He struck out 6. Makes his 12th start on the season, and the numbers look really good. Okay, the Padres are going to try to sweep the Angels. Stepping up to the plate for the Angels, Mickey Moniak. Stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie.
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. It is game 3 of the 3-game series, and a pitch foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. We're underway. So Mickey Moniak at 305, 9 homers, 25 runs batted in. This one is fouled off down by the shoe tops.
I'll tell you what, Donnie, after yesterday's game, the confidence has got to skyrocket a little bit against a guy like Ohtani. I mean, they got to him. They hit the ball hard. Jake Cronenworth set a record, making history.
Padres able to go back-to-back against him. And Mickey Moniak getting the start, and largely because he's facing right-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitchers this season, .330 with 9 homers. Angels now lost 6 of their last 7 games. And the news has not been good lately on the injury front, with, of course, Mike Trout going down, placed on the IL, the fractured hamate bone. And I guess the good news is that after this a ground ball to second base, Cronenworth will fire to first for out number 1. The injury to Rendon is not too bad and listed as day-to-day. As we check out the Padres defensively behind Seth Lugo. Left to right across the outfield, it is Soto, Grisham, and Tatis Jr. Third to first, Machado, Kim, Cronenworth, and Dixon, with Sanchez doing the catching for Lugo. 1 down in the top of the first inning. And here is Eduardo Escobar. Escobar at 250 with 4 homers and 18 runs batted in. Popped up foul off to the left out of play.
Tell you what, Lugo, we've seen it before. He's got that sneaky gas. That was 95 in on him. Tough to catch up to. He's got that hammer as well.
To left field, struck pretty well, but Soto had plenty of room. He's back there to make the catch for out number 2. So some pretty big injuries right now for the Angels, and again they've lost 6 of their last 7, and with all these injuries not helping things for Phil Nevin. He had Trout with the hamate fracture. You got Anthony Rendon, the left shin contusion. Drury, the shoulder. As a first pitch ball here to Ohtani. 29th birthday for Shohei today. Up to yesterday, taking the loss, 5 runs in 5 innings. Left with the blister on his right middle finger after giving up those back-to-back home runs we were talking about.
Yeah, and then he spiked one in the other batter's box from the mound and immediately looked towards the dugout and shook his head. No, he was done.
Expected to DH for the Halos here through the break. As we just saw, hitless in 6 at-bats so far in the series. And he himself said last night he will not be pitching in the All-Star game this year. So he's got himself about 9 days before his next start to get this blister figured out. The 2-2 from Lugo. Bounce in for ball 3.
Hard stuff in, soft stuff away. That's what I've seen to Ohtani. Lugo trying to bury a curveball right there. You might see another one right here. Hey, if you walk him, you walk him. With the omission of the injuries like Donnie was just talking about, it's just there's no reason why you should give him something good to hit.
Foul tip. That one going off of Sanchez. He stays alive. Let's check out the hot zone for Ohtani.
Well, this is from the pitcher's view, and to the left-hander, where can you get him out? Well, how about down the middle, hard to the plate, right at the knees. 257, away 269, but everywhere else, he's got a pretty good idea of using the whole field and doing some damage.
Payoff pitch. And a ground ball headed to Cronenworth at second base. Nice 1-2-3 first inning for Seth Lugo. Padres are coming up. Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first inning back in San Diego, where Ha-Sung Kim making his way plateward. We check out Bob Melvin starting 9. It'll be Kim at shortstop with Tatis Jr. in right, Soto in left, Machado at third, with Bogarts doing the DHing tonight. Cronenworth at second base. Sanchez does the catching. Dixon at first and Grisham in center. Patrick Sandoval on the mound tonight for the Halos.
Making his 16th start, his 9th on the road. And when you talk about the road, he's almost given up 7 runs per 9 on the road. Padres looking to sweep the Halos.
Ground ball to short to the backhand. Velasquez, a one-hop throw, nicely done. Tires Kim, and that throw by design on a hop. But what does he feature, Mudley?
Well, the left-hander, which Padres hit well this season. He keeps the ball down. That's his MO. He's got the slider and the four-seamer and the changeup. Pretty much close, neck and neck, 1, 2, 3. Curveball, not so much. Sinker, eh. By the way, look at the sinker, 412 average. Maybe that's why he's staying away from it. But it seems like you're going to get something to hit, and his main objective is trying to keep that ball down and miss down like that.
So Fernando batting in the 2 spot for the Padres. 21st time he's been in the 2-hole. Hitting at 274 in the 2 spot with an 842 OPS. And a pitch called a strike, kind of a delayed call from Jerry Lane, and questions from Fernando. Not sure it was. Padres trying to get their first sweep of at least 3 games this season. They did sweep the Giants in Mexico City, but that was a 2-game set. As Fernando swinging and missing, and down to the count 1-2.
Good changeup down and away. Lefty on righty. See that way outside, and the front shoulder opening up, looking like a fastball.
Line back where it came from and into center field. Hot shot for Fernando. 1-out single here in the bottom of the first inning.
After a bad hack on the changeup, Sandoval tries to go upstairs with the four-seamer. Hockey suit. Look out. This ball is smoked. 101 off the bat. He went up and got it. Nice level swing, top of the zone. And there goes the no-hitter.
1 out, 1 on for Juan Soto. That'll bounce in. Nicely picked by Theis. Soto's 48th game in the 3 spot. He's got a 974 OPS in this 3rd spot in the order. Padres have a winning streak of 3 games, matching their longest winning streak of the year. And since snapping their season-long 6-game losing streak on Saturday, Padres have won 3 of the last 4 games. 2-0 pitch.
How about Soto? Active on base streak, 22 games, trying to extend it to 23.
You know the count to Soto.
Here's what I look forward to in situations like this: 1st and 3rd action.
Inside and twisting out of the way is Soto. 4-pitch walk. 2 on with 1 away.
Well, Sandoval has been getting knocked around. And once again, the Padres hit well against lefties. And he is a lefty, 1-6, 5.56 ERA. Look at the whip, almost 1.7. Opponent's hitting .313 the last 8 starts. Well, hopefully, we can change that number from an 8 to a 9, and the Padres can get to him here tonight.
Manny Machado 5 for 8 in the series. So far, he has liked July. He is 7 for 17, 412, couple home runs, 5 RBIs in 4 games this month. Overall, 254, 11 homers, 38 runs batted in.
You know the amazing thing about Sandoval, and when you think about those numbers we just showed you over the course of this season, he's only given up 6 home runs in 15 starts. I mean, he's keeping the ball in the yard. He's just getting rat-tat-tat into the gaps, extra bases, and walking hitters, and more hits than innings pitched.
6 straight balls thrown by Sandoval. His 2-0 to Machado is a strike. Grabs the inside corner. Sandoval allowed a career high 7 runs in 5 innings in his last start. 9-7, losing to the White Sox on Thursday. Down by the shoe tops and in the dirt for ball 3.
Boy, his body language, he looks lost out there, Sandoval. Looking down at his feet, looking down at the mound after that ball in the dirt.
And the Bogart's waiting on deck. He is DHing in tonight's game. Padres trying to get to the halos here in the 1st inning with 1 out. Have Fernando Tatis Jr. at 2nd, Soto at 1st. Popped up left side from short comes Velasquez, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So getting down on the count, but able to retire Manny Machado for a big out, 2nd out of the inning. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. 1st and 2nd with 2 away, and it brings up Xander Bogaerts. The last 2 games, Xander's 5 for 6. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, 4 runs scored. 263, 10 homers, 34 runs batted in overall. In his first campaign as a member of the Padres. Ball 1. Center fielder Moniak into right center. Good sized gap in left center. Strike call, and it evens a count at 1-1. Sandoval again, 1-6 in 8 starts since May 14th. Angels are turning to him to try to salvage the last game of this series. One thing the Padres not been doing this year has been hitting with runners in scoring position, but this series they have 12 hits with runners in scoring position in the first 2 games of the series.
That tide is turning. Bogarts, we talked about him off the top. And with the way he uses the whole field and the numbers, this bodes well. A possibility to get on the board. 12 earned runs in the first inning for Sandoval. And look at that ERA at 6.6. Ouch, bad.
Strike call, full count, got the slider in there. Well, I think it would be huge for Sandoval if he gets out of this unscathed for his psyche.
Absolutely. Going to the breaking ball there. Behind in the count.
Pitching backwards.
Yeah. Let's see if Xander tries to go the other way here.
It's time to party. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. 2 walks in this first inning. And they're filled with Friars. Jake Cronenworth's coming up. It's time for the Callaway Kings of Distance. Yesterday off Shohei Ohtani. 409 feet into the Chrome Zone. Exit velo 104.7. Launch angle at 28 degrees. And for Cronenworth, his 8th home run of the year. What a day for Jake yesterday. All part of a Padres victory in Game 2 of the series. Bases loaded, 2 down for Jake this time. Overall, at 228 homers, 33 runs batted in. 6 for 11 in the last 3 games with a home run, 7 RBIs. Ball 1, staying away.
Yeah, and with each ball thrown from Sandoval, that strike zone for Jake starts to shrink a little bit to his liking. Look for that one certain pitch to drive.
Mound in the sunshine, the plate in the shadows at the moment.
That's a pitcher's pitch right there, right on the outside corner.
Here's the breakdown early. 22 pitches, 13 of which have been balls. He has walked 2 in this first inning. Padres have him loaded. Ball 2. Missed with a slider. Padres, one of 3 teams without a grand slam this season. Kansas City and Miami, the others. Pickoff play at second, and it's thrown into center field. Fernando will score from third, and the Padres take a 1-0 lead on an errant throw.
Any way you can get on in the first inning, why not? Throwing error, pitcher, Sandoval. Remember, you don't have to throw it to second base. You can just pivot and just hold on to it. Even if it's a good throw, it's not even going to be close. And Fernando scampers home with the first run of the evening.
So the E1 on the throw scores Tatis. Runners at first and second now with 2 down. On the ground, off the pitcher, it kicks to shortstop, and Velazquez will tag the bag himself at second base to end the inning. Padres get a run, lead at 1-0 after 1. Embrace your inner all-star. The action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 10th at 4 p.m. Pacific. Then catch the 93rd MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 11th at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox. I enjoy all of that.
Absolutely.
I love taking it all in during our break. And we look forward to the All-Star break as Joe Adell leads it off here for the Halos.
How awesome was it, Donnie, when you and I were down on the field for 2016, the home run? Wasn't it electric?
It was great.
Great atmosphere.
Dell just called back up. 2 for 4 with a 451-foot homer and a triple in the majors so far this year. He is, at the time of his call-up, leading all minor league baseball, 23 home runs this season at AAA Salt Lake. How's the elevation there, by the way?
I'd have to look that up, but that's up there. That's up there with one of the like Albuquerque's and Colorado Springs.
First time at the major league level he's hit in the cleanup spot, as he does tonight for the Angels.
$4,265 feet down.
Wow.
So just below a mile, maybe.
Okay. Close to Denver.
Yeah. 1,000 feet. Fewer than Denver.
Swing and a miss, and Adele strikes out. First strikeout of the night for Seth Lugo. First out of the second inning.
Pound that strike zone, Seth Lugo. He's got the fastball. He's got the breaking ball. He'll mix in a changeup as well. Good start here in the second inning.
Mike Moustakas now standing in for the Angels. Lugo allowed just one unearned run in 6 innings in a no decision Friday against the Reds. Game the Padres would lose 7-5 in 11 innings despite Lugo's strong performance. 264, 5 homers, 19 runs batted in. As Moustakas started this year with the Colorado Rockies. A little fuzzy in Colorado.
It's really hard not to chuckle. Twofold, because I love the word and I could just picture the left-hander Buddy Black saying it.
Why I said it. That is my favorite Bud Black saying.
Yeah.
A little fuzzy. 0-2 pitch is going to miss. The pitching for Bud Black against the Angels was a little fuzzy when they gave up 24 runs before the 4th inning.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, and Moustakas strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Seth Lugo. 2 down here in the second inning.
And this one is on the Lugo curveball, the yacker, as Bud Black would say, the yellow hammer, the yacker. Strong. Nice.
So 2 down in the second, 5 in a row, retired by Lugo. And here's Hunter Renfroe. A line drive home run in this series for the Angels. Line to left, and that is out of the reach of Soto. One hops the wall, and Renfroe into second base standing with a 2-out double. First base runner to reach tonight for the Angels.
Hunter Renfroe can get to a fastball now, and that's mislocation. That's 94 up, outer third. Look at that barrel head through the zone, nice and level. Shortens up on the backside, and no way Soto's getting to that one. 104 off the bat with Renfroe.
Renfroe owns the only home run for the Angels against Lugo in his career, as that one's fouled back by Matt Thaiss. 3 starts. This is start number 4 since coming off the IL for Lugo, but San Diego has lost each of Lugo's 3 starts since coming off the IL, despite him pitching really well. Just 4 earned runs in 16 innings pitched, 2.25 ERA in those starts.
No support, right? Just like in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 earned run that he gave up in that start. 1 earned run. I checked that. It was 1 run. It was unearned in 6 innings for Seth against the Reds.
Ball 3.
Once in a while, you got to mix in that changeup just to make sure that the hitters are honest. You know, you've got the fastball, the curveball we've seen a lot of. Just give them a little different look with that changeup.
3 balls, 1 strike, with 2 down. Renfroe at second base, and Lugo with a 3-1 pitch. That's ball 4. And down to first base goes Matt Thaiss. First walk handed out by Lugo. So with 2 outs, 2 on. That'll bring up Luis Rengifo.
Hey, Joe, get your head out of the stands, will you?
I mean, you never know who's listening to your game. You know, I mean, you just don't know.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We hear you great. Welcome to the show.
Am I just butting into the broadcast, or is this private?
No.
Anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
This is great. This is like having your Walkman on at the game. You get the broadcast and you get to watch it live.
That's awesome.
You're welcome anytime.
Anytime.
Open
I'm just
invitation.
tuning in.
How you feeling, Hoss?
I feel great today, man. Yeah, bouncing back good. I'm finally starting to get through some of those aches and stuff.
I was walking through the clubhouse today, and I couldn't help but notice you were getting a trim today. It looks like you were working on your moss. This one's into right field, and a base hit will load the base. A little bobble by Fernando. He throws home and safe at home. Here's Renfroe getting in with the Angels' first run to tie this score 1-1. A little bobble out there for Fernando.
You know what? You know what's exciting about Fernando in this game of baseball? When the ball is hit to him and there's a runner on second base trying to score, the anticipation of watching the throw. Well, there's the bobble. It's going to be a single and an error. The Halos get on the board, but to everybody, there's the stop sign, and then the error sends him home. But everybody just waiting to see Fernando, and I'm sure even Joe Musgrove gets excited any time a play develops like that, and to watch the arm of Fernando Tatis Jr.
You know it.
So that's a single and an E9, and this game is tied 1-1. So did you do anything crazy with your moss or just a trim?
No, just the standard, man. I needed to get a cut before that start, but I started to have some superstitious thoughts kicking in and decided to roll with the old moss until after the game.
Okay.
Timmy Hill's got a new look. I don't know if you noticed it yet, but
heard. We haven't seen it yet.
Is he going back to the prospect look
it
or
looks
what?
good. It looks good, dude. It's like midway between Peaky Blinders and San Diego Surfer.
I mean, I can't even imagine that. I can't wait to see it. Down to first. Over is Lugo to cover, and that'll end the inning.
All right, Blake's coming in. We're going to keep this mic hot for him.
All right, 1-1 the score. One to one the score. The Angels and Padres as we head to the bottom of the second inning. We'll start your weekend off right with a party in the park. Presented by Southwest Airlines. Every Friday, fans can enjoy live music and discounted drink specials starting at $5 before first pitch. Learn more at Padres.com/party.
I'm in.
They're having a party. How's
Believe
everybody out there?
What's not to
Hello.
love? Yeah. Hello, Gallagher Square.
How we do it?
Good vibe downtown again, Donnie, tonight.
Absolutely. I'm going to go out on a limb right now as I look up to the highest peaks of Petco Park. It's another sellout.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't see any seats. That's all I can tell. The 0-1 to Sanchez. A swing and a miss. Chases a slider. Both runs in this game are unearned. A couple errors committed. One throwing error by the pitcher Sandoval. A fielding error in right field by Fernando.
Would like to see the bottom of the order for the Padres get hot tonight, do some damage. Sanchez, Dixon, Grisham get on base.
To left center, Moniak is there, and he makes the catch for out number one. Going to bring up Brandon Dixon. Oh, we got a lot of shirts going on out there. Hoffman, Templeton.
Nice.
Cronenworth. And there's more. Musgrove. And Machado further down.
They got it covered.
Yes. The start of the year for Brandon Dixon. First since Saturday. Speaking of former Friars, today is kind of a holiday.
Really?
For the organization. I think. July 5th of 1987, one of the biggest trades negotiated by former Padres general manager Jack McKeon, Trader Jack, owned by some. The Padres acquired third baseman Chris Brown, pitchers Mark Davis, Keith Comstock, and Mark Grant.
Oh, wow.
Now listen to what they gave up. You ready for this? The Giants get Dave Dravecky,
good pitcher,
Craig Lefferts,
Good pitcher.
And future MVP Kevin Mitchell. Who won that deal?
Well,
my.
You know what, though? Mark Davis won a Cy Young in 89.
Oh.
Yeah, and I backed up third. I led the league in backing up third. So how do you like them apples?
Brandon Dixon strikes up, but that's right. That today, July 5th, 1987.
I remember it well.
You were traded to the Padres, and look now, I mean, you've been a broadcaster for the Padres. Is this 27 or 28?
28.
28. So, I mean, this was huge for the organization, as it turns out.
Very lucky, very lucky.
And big for you.
What was I going to say?
It'll come to you sometime. It's a senior moment.
Oh, it was Jack McKeon. I talked to Jack years later after that deal, and I found out that that was the last deal he ever made as a general manager. And I figured he thought, hey, if somebody's going to take Grant off my hands, I'm going to end on a high note. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well.
And the Giants went on. Roger Craig was manager of the Giants. Al Rosen was the GM. And they went on to win the division that year, the Giants, with some really good players. Yeah. Kevin Mitchell. That guy could hit.
These are all, like, proven major leaguers.
Yeah.
There's no prospects or, like, minor league guys involved. This is,
no, that was a straight.
It's like a team.
Yeah.
We traded a team to get Mark Grant.
Craig Lefferts had a really good big league career. He closed at times.
That is strike three and a very good inning for Sandoval. Wow, we learned a lot that inning. Game's tied 1-1 after 2. 1-1 is our score as we venture into the third inning. When Padres pitchers K9, your K9 or feline wins, Petco Vital Care members can visit participating Petco locations the next day to score a free 6-ounce wholehearted treat with an eligible purchase. Top of the order for the Angels, Mickey Moniak, who grounded out to second base in the first, carves this one foul to the screen for strike one.
You know, Moniak going into yesterday's game, swinging the bat well. 34 games prior to yesterday's game. 4 leadoff home runs for the kid from Carlsbad. And 21 of the 35 hits before that game were extra base hits. So you got to keep this cat quiet as well at the top of the lineup.
Line and by the dive of Cronenworth into right center field. Good bid by Jake, but base hit for Moniak, and he's aboard to begin things here in the third inning. Full extension there from Cronenworth.
Yeah, you're always going to get that from Jake. He's watching the big board. It's like, look at, here's what I love about Jake. He's saying, how do I not catch this? I've got to get to that ball. That's the mentality he has.
Almost did.
Yeah.
Grab some glove there at the tip of it. So a leadoff single from Moniak. Here is Escobar. Flied out to left field in the first inning. 0-4-1 as the Angels facing Seth Lugo here for the second time. Throw to first and back to the bag safely is Moniak.
Well, I know I've said it the first couple of games of the series, but it's worth mentioning again that the Angels have grounded into 77 double plays. That leads the American League. Miami leads all of Major League Baseball with 91. Have them hit it on the ground, and with the defense the Padres have, turn it. And there's the changeup from Lugo.
So it's coming off the IL, a changeup that he has used more frequently.
Great pitch. 9% as opposed to 2%.
Slap foul on the changeup. There it is again. 1-2.
7% difference, Donnie.
Wow.
Yeah. Sharp as a bowling ball. And that's a good way to get the grounder too, is the changeup, because hitters try to wrap that ball, kind of pull it. That's a ground ball to Jake.
1-2 pitch. Up and away, and it is now 2-2. Moniak at first with a leadoff single. One of 3 hits allowed so far by Lugo. Chop towards second base. Cronenworth has no play at second, so he gets a shore out at first base. And that is the first out. He's taking second is Moniak. And into scoring position with one out. We got Ohtani coming up. He's now 0 for 7 in this series. I'm wondering whether the blister on his finger that had him leave the game yesterday was going to be a problem to hit today, but apparently not the case. You can hit with it. He has not gone 3 consecutive hitless games since July of last year. And this would be the 3rd game if he does not have a hit in this game, and he is quickly down 0-2.
And it boils down to execution. Sometimes, hitters give too much credit, as Phil Nevin looks on. They give too much credit to the hitters. Concentrate on hitting your spots, throwing your pitches. Hey, if you miss, there might be a time when the hitter gets himself out.
Chopped right side. Cronenworth on the high hopper fires to first for the out. Moniak will take third base, but now with 2 down. Will take us to Joe Adell. Adell, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. 1 of 2 Ks for Lugo, and in fact, they came back to back in the 2nd inning. Adell and Moustakas. In there for a strike. Curveball that time from Lugo. He's got that too. Strike 2 on a slider. So no hard stuff yet for Adell.
Got him out front. Watch this swing on the slider. One-handed swing.
Sequence so far. It's early. Up and away. Ball and 2 strikes. There was a fastball, but not tantalizing enough to make him swing.
Yeah, the curveball might be the remedy right here for a strikeout.
1-2 chop down the third baseline off the bag. It's a fair ball and will score a run. Running it down is Kim. And to second base goes Adell, and the Angels have taken a 2-1 lead. Well, nothing good happens when it hits the bag. And that hit the bag and just spun into foul ground. It's a double for Adell. Well, it's time now for the All-State Mayhem moment. This is some mayhem.
Yeah. Wow. Just a bad break. Look at the reaction from Manny. Tough break for the Padres. We saw it happen yesterday, but into the glove of Jake Cronenworth at first base. This one, advantage Angels.
So 2 down. Adell now at second base, and here is Moustakas. Will take ball 1. So the Angels with a run in the top of the 2nd have a run here in the top of the 3rd so far. And a 1-0. In there for a strike. The changeup again, and it evens the count at 1-1. This will be pitch 55 for Lugo, and it's on the ground by the mound. Cronenworth's got it, rounding behind it, and fires to first for the out. It ends the inning. Angels pick up a run, take a 2-1 lead. Have a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Well, yesterday, when you're like in a relationship with someone and
yes.
you think you're exclusive?
Yes.
Yesterday, we just happened to be throwing our camera by the dugout, and we saw our good friend Blake Snellzilla on a headset talking to another broadcast outlet. And as it turns out, we are not exclusive.
Yeah, that doesn't play.
I don't understand it. And now this is the second time I've busted him now. When we were in New York, he was on Apple. I was watching the Apple game in my hotel room, and all of a sudden Blake Snell pops on. There he is. I'm like, there's my exclusive friend on Apple. And it happened yesterday, and we busted him. And so now he's back. Here he is. Blake Snell from the dugout. You have anything to say?
I did not see you guys there. How'd this headset get on?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
What up, dog?
I was on a headset yesterday, guys, but I didn't know I was on anything, you know?
Just talking to yourself.
I had a red hat on. That's what confused me. You know, the red hat. I got a brown one on today, and I'm locked in.
Okay.
Or I have another excuse. There's another good one. I have a twin brother. That was my twin.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Did you waste any good stuff on them that we could have gotten yesterday?
Oh, come on. You already know the answer. No chance.
We actually asked for you yesterday, and we were turned down. Well, but I didn't know it was because you were already, you had something else going on.
We got the, I mean.
Yeah.
Let's
Wait a minute, you want a timeout?
Yeah, timeout.
Timeout? Like your changeup? You put us in timeout?
Yes. Yeah. We're going to breathe on this one. After my start, I asked for you right away.
Right.
Hold on. Yes. Ruben wants to know if I have a contract with y'all.
No, we don't. I don't think. Do we have anything on paper?
I don't think so.
No. But here's the thing. I kind of feel like we're part of this streak. Am I wrong in thinking that?
He says I need to share, so I'm going to practice.
Okay.
What's up, fellas?
Ball 4 to Kim.
I already tapped into that. Blake doesn't know about that.
Who's that?
Who we got? Who is this?
It's Big Smoke. Joe
is back again.
Yeah.
Joe. Hey, so we just busted your friend Blake Snell on live television.
I saw him yesterday. He was running around with them TBS folks.
So this is the second time this has happened. I was in my hotel room in New York when we were playing the Yankees, and he was on Apple on Friday night. You know, like a relationship when you think you're exclusive, and you're really not, and you find out for the first time you're not. Publicly. And so
you think both sides are on the same page.
Right.
And then you get embarrassed in front of everybody.
Yeah, the world, pretty much. The world. So it happened again yesterday. We're just, going by the dugout, and we had a camera shot of Snellzilla on a headset. We're like, who's he talking?
Not your headset, huh?
No.
We need another headset.
Yeah,
so both these guys
we need a
join
tandem.
us.
My man's got some luck with the run, so I'm going to hand this back to him.
All right. So you took a timeout and had us talk to Joe Musgrove.
Time back in now.
Okay,
Here I
we're
am.
back. Okay.
Hello.
All right. Welcome
back.
Okay.
I had to practice. That was a coaching moment right there. Ruben said I need to share. I shared.
Okay.
And Joe was ready to go.
Are you guys always talking pitching down there, Blake? You and Joe and the starters, you guys kind of hanging there on the bench?
Yeah, we talk pitching. We talk about a lot of things. I'm not going to lie. But pitching, we definitely talk about that. I mean, yeah. What you got on that?
Your pitcher of the month is what I got.
Oh.
Sorry about it. Pitcher of the month. I mean, what does that mean to you?
No, I mean, it means a lot. I had good defense. And why do I got those seeds on me? You know what I'm saying?
Fernando strikes out for the first out of the inning.
Rugi, get the original seeds. No one likes those. Salt, too much salt. Pitcher of the month means a lot. Means I had a good month. Means I need to continue to get better and keep working. So, he got way too many original. Yeah, see, these are good seeds to wait. Well, we shouldn't be wasting seeds. Rugi, people would like these seeds. Maybe throw some at the fans.
Runner goes, pitch inside, throw. Not in time, and a stolen base for Hassan Kim.
I'll tell you what, Blake, we just saw Hassan Kim steal second base, but he's been swinging to Shillelagh as well, too. From a pitcher standpoint, seeing his progression, what do you think of HSK?
Well, I love him. That's my favorite player.
Really?
Yeah, he's
wow.
Well, Ichiro, Griffey, and then he's right there.
No kidding.
Yeah,
wow.
I love him. He's the best. But yeah, he just always wants to play. He's always having fun. He's always competing with himself to be the best him. And I think we're just seeing, the fruits of his labor.
You know, his defense has always been fantastic, but, you know, first year plus, it seemed like he was struggling a little bit with velocity. But now he is hitting some fastballs that are upwards of 98, 99. I mean, he's made an incredible adjustment.
Yeah, he just works hard, and it's paying off. And get through, please.
Up the middle, and Rengifo off-balance throw in time to get Soto, but Kim takes third base.
We need this run to score, boys.
All right, well, the
Come on.
producers are telling us that we got some stuff coming up. They're showing some video of you right now of how good you've been. You want to talk about that much while he's here?
I love the heater, but you know what I look at, Blake? You've been really selling the changeup along with your other pitches, but I really like that changeup. I like when you throw the heater, but I like the combio as well.
Okay, so now you like 2 of the pitches.
Yeah.
Walker's on the call, by the way. If you don't know what that means, just know he's on the call. Get down. Get down.
Yeah, all right.
He gets his call back. He gets it back. Come on, Flocka.
Tied up 2-2 with that base hit to right.
Just putting it in play. Avoid the strikeout, fight it off. That looks like a breaky ball right there. That's the slider. Manny down by the label.
Hey, they're on the board, they were talking about the players that take the most time on their outfits. What do you guys think?
The most time on their outfits.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Manny Machado's, what do you call it, drip?
Yeah, drip, that
Yes.
works.
Okay.
His get up?
Yes,
Yep.
I like his drip. I also like Fernando has kind of headwear that he wears.
Yeah, like that veil.
It's like a veil. It's
Yeah.
really cool. I'm sure it's probably expensive. But I think it would be a good look for me, personally.
You're going to eat your words on next broadcast.
I want to know, when are we going shoe shopping?
Are we going to any good cities?
Yeah, Toronto.
Seattle at some point.
Toronto? Okay, Toronto has.
I'm going to your town at some point.
My town don't have no sneaker stores.
Okay.
It's like L.A., New York, Chicago, Miami, Toronto. There's a couple. Those are pretty much it.
How about Philadelphia?
No. They got Philly cheesesteaks. That's what, right there. Yeah, so we got to make that happen but Don has to have a scarf.
That is strike 3 at the end of our conversation. I think we're good. We're good, right? We're good.
Yeah, we're great.
We're good. Okay,
we're great.
Good. All
We're
right.
dogs again, right?
Yeah, we're dogs. Huh, Don?
Awesome.
All
Blake
right.
Snell, thank you so much. 2-2 the score as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Lock in your seats at America's #1 ballpark. The best way to catch Padres baseball is through Padres season ticket membership. Well, memberships for this season are currently sold out. Join the on-deck wait list to reserve your spot in line on the secure membership seats once they become available. Learn more at padres.com/waitlist. 4th inning, and it is Hunter Renfroe who doubled off Seth Lugo, who leads it off here in the 4th inning. Padres have tied it up 2-2.
Is he a treat or what?
I love Snellzilla.
Oh.
I'd say that I wasn't hurt a little bit, but we're good now, as he said. We're good.
We're good.
How about him calling a timeout in the middle of the interview?
Unbelievable.
That's a first for
Yeah,
me. I've
yeah.
never had someone call a timeout. Had people walk away entirely, but a request for a timeout was that he had to gather his thoughts there.
He only gets one timeout per interview.
Pretty much busted. And then he puts Joe on headset.
I would love to sit with him 9 innings in the dugout during a game. Wow. Also to get into his mind as far as, like, you know, setting up hitters and what he sees and swings.
Fly ball center field, hit pretty deeply. Back goes Grisham to make the catch on the dirt of the track.
Out in front of it just a little bit. Still gave it a good ride on that slider. Now, Hunter Renfroe, strong kid, got extended. A little bit out on that front foot. Underneath it, Grisham is there to snag it.
One down in the 4th inning. Matt Thaiss, the catcher. He walked his first time up. The only walk allowed so far by Seth Lugo. And a swing and a miss. Kind of changed his mind in the middle. Ties him up with that fastball running in. He's going to take his time out after that second strike.
Yeah, that's that sneaky 96.
Popped up, foul ground, off to the left hand, out of play. As Gary Sanchez gave it a look. It's back into the box seats, then further back to the field level seats. Swing and a miss, and Lugo picks up strikeout number 3, out number 2 of the 4th inning.
Got the changeup. After a fastball in, boy, a really good selection of pitches that at bat against Thaiss. And the changeup, oh, how nice.
2 down here in the 4th inning. Luis Rengifo single to right to drive in a run in the 2nd inning. Four-game hitting streak for Rengifo. Strike call.
Yeah, if you're going to get that right, thank you very much. Go back out there.
Thank you. Lugo coming in individually at 3 and 4 with a 3.59 ERA. Start number 12 overall. His 4th start since coming off the IL. Tapped foul. Well, when he gets to 2 strikes, chances are pretty good you're going to see a curveball. Well, the changeup.
Yeah, and you know what? Hitters, they look over the scouting reports and they have it in their mind to where counts dictate what's going to be thrown. He's got a good fastball, maybe down and away with a heater right here. Oh, the yacker misses. All right, what do you throw 3 and 2 here, Donnie?
What do you got? I'm going to go curveball.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew Velasquez waits on deck.
I like the way you're thinking because he missed with that one. Maybe he can, you know, get that feel for a good curveball here. Look at you.
How about that? Curveball, strike 3.
You got a call, too.
This game is tied 2-2. Who needs an analyst?
Well, look at Donnie working his magic.
Two to 2 the score. Angels and Padres as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Well, heating up in July. Xander Bogaerts 5 for 14. Manny Machado 7 for 17, and Jake Cronenworth at 500, 6 for 12. As really need to get these 3 guys going in July. As a tough June. Find a 246 average in June for that trio.
Maybe a sign of things to come, but here's the deal. Get hot, stay hot before the break, right? Because there's a big road trip, and you know this as well as anybody down. That road trip coming up, it's a long one. It's east. And to continue with the numbers on that road trip to try to get something going.
Some good teams as Cronenworth cleans this out, but a foul ball down the right field line. Then you got the 4-game series with a scheduled day-night doubleheader. Scheduled day-night doubleheader against the team you played in the National League Championship Series last year, the Phillies, and it's on to Toronto. American League East, and then you got Detroit to finish up that road trip.
Yep.
And you're right, all East. That's how the second half begins. This one is down the left field line. Over is Adele to the corner, and he makes the catch in foul ground right in front of the wall.
Ball is slicing, so Adell's got to go get it. Here's a breaky ball. Jake takes it that way, hoping it's going to fall in there. Adell's all over it. Pitchers love it. Why not? Good catch.
It's the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And here is Gary Sanchez. Lined out to the center fielder, Mickey Moniak, in the 2nd inning. Quiet series at the plate for Sanchez. 0 for 9 for the Padres backstop. Two and 0. All 4 runs in this game have come with 2 outs in an inning. It bounces in. A slider makes it 3-0. On deck is Brandon Dixon with 1 away here in the last of the 4th inning. Strike over the inside edge for Sandoval. So already a much better outing for Sandoval than he has been experiencing lately. And this will be pitch 62 of his outing. That'll drop in for strike 2. The curveball. How do you do?
He wants it inside but misses outside corner. Still, that's a doozy. Really good curveball. The dew drop in.
Sanchez grounds one left side. Escobar. 2 down. And now a quick word from Bill Howe.
You've heard our jingle, We Know How. We also know why. After 40 years, you continue to trust us. Quality and service matter. Call 1-800-BILL-HOW because
we know how.
2 down in the 4th inning. And Brandon Dixon coming up here. Outfield playing him straight away. And pretty deeply are they situated from left to right. On the ground, 3rd base line. Foul ball, the indication. Foul ball. Nick Marley standing on the line. The 3rd base umpire made that call.
See where this ball hits before the bag.
Escobar wasn't sure, so he made the play just in case. No reason to wait around for the umpire's call. Nothing in 1, the count to Dixon with 2 down here in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That changeup for Sandoval.
He's just mixing it up. You know, he really doesn't have that one power pitch, right? That makes you go, wow, really? No, he's just doing a fine job right now, just mixing up his pitches, not falling into a pattern. That was a good changeup again there. Streaks of wildness, yes, no doubt.
He's a little frustrated after that delivery. Took a little stroll, and now behind the mound a little bit, and going to take his time here as the clock ticks away. In the dirt, 2-2. Frustrated again. Last 2 not been great for him. So went from 0-2 to 2-2 to Brandon Dixon. Why is the pitching coach looking on? And a difficult series for Angels pitching. Swing and a miss. He comes back on the changeup to strike out Dixon. 5th strikeout for Sandoval. Game tied 2-2 to the 5th we go. Slightly Stupid and Sublime with Rome are coming to Petco Park on Sunday, July 16th. Limited tickets remain to this amazing concert. on the playing field. Get yours now at Padres.com/concerts. Well, you know Miles, who is the lead singer.
Yeah, Miles Doty, sure.
Of Slightly Stupid. Well, he wanted you to have this.
Oh, nice.
This was given to me today before the game to give to you as a gift.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And it is autographed from Miles. And it says Miles Stupid 2023. So
nice.
There it is. Slightly Stupid is now yours.
Thank you, Miles, and thank you to the band, and good luck to you guys.
Looking forward to that concert, which is going to be awesome. So yeah,
that's very sweet, very nice, very thoughtful. I appreciate that. That's going to go in my office. See if it's my size. Quad X. Got it.
0-2 pitch in the dirt, and it is 1-2. Not even close to that now. This time last year.
Oh. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Miles. And good luck to you.
Pitch 75, missing up top.
Lugo's good for about 95 to 100 as far as pitches are concerned. Last time out 94, he's thrown as many as 109.
Line left field, opposite field for Velasquez. He'll take a wide turn at first, but retrace his steps. He's got himself a leadoff single to begin the 5th inning for the Angels.
He stayed on that pitch nicely, rifling it to the opposite field. Let's check it out. He wants a curveball down and away. It's down the middle. Foot was down, hands were back, and just sends it that way. That was his intent. That's good hitting right there.
So a leadoff base hit starts things here in the 5th inning. Mickey Moniak will ground one. Lugo off the hill, looked at second, then fires to first and gets the shore out. May have had a chance, but I don't think so. So made the play at first and got the out. 1 down.
Donnie, you said the key word, the shore, right? Shore out. That'd been nice to get the lead runner. Kind of off balance a little bit. You don't want to make it into a big inning. At least you get an out right there.
So 1 out, 1 on. And Eduardo Escobar 0-for-2. Is flied out to left and grounded out to second base. Look out.
Oh.
Up and in. Kind of a late reaction from Escobar. Just toss the bat and get out of there.
Time to bail.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. That'll wake you up.
Escobar starting the year with the Mets, coming over to the Angels. Veteran who broke into the big leagues in 2011 with the White Sox. He would spend 6 years in Minnesota. We saw him in Arizona for 4 years that he was there. Milwaukee, a couple years, a year and a half with the Mets, and now an Angel. Just 10 games an Angel. Popped up foul off to the left out of play.
He's got 1,155 hits going into today's game. That's nice. It's a good career, good long career.
This is pitch 83 for Lugo, and a ground ball right side. Cronenworth sliding from one knee will throw him out. On to third goes Velasquez, but now 2 down.
Jake likes to get dirty. He's got some range. He's making darn sure he's going to get in front of this one. Sliding, squaring up. Possibly saving a run. You never know. Remember, you've got that arm of Fernando in right behind him, so that'll stop the running game.
Shohei Ohtani now with a go-ahead run 90 feet away. Takes a look at strike one. Fastball. Pretty much right down the middle. In this spot, only 194 for Ohtani with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. He's got 14 strikeouts in this spot, and now he's down 0-2.
Keep the ball down and away. If you're going to go in, make sure it's up and in. Happy birthday, Ohtani-san. 29 today.
6 balls in play in the series, and the average exit velo has been 81. Very high. One-two pitch to Ohtani. 2-2. Missed with a curveball away.
You go another curveball here, Donnie?
I would. I'd go back to back.
Okay, I'm going to go change up.
Ground ball right side. It was a curveball, and Cronenworth will flip to first. Again, I ask, who needs an analyst? 2-2 the score. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Well, back at Petco Park as we get ready for the bottom of the 5th inning after these Angels leave. An off day tomorrow. Then the New York Mets are in for 3. Pete Alonso this year has 25 home runs. Max Scherzer last 6 starts, a 5.14 ERA. The whip up over 1. And the last 3 road starts for Justin Verlander have not gone well. 8.40 ERA, and opponent's hitting at 358. Get you started at 6:15 with the pregame show on Friday night. And Mark Sweeney along with us from down in the dugout area. And Sweeney Dog, it's been a disappointing year around here. No question about that for the Padres, but really disappointing for the New York Mets and Buck Showalter.
Yeah, I think Buck Showalter understands there's been a lot of frustration with huge expectations, as we all know, comes to frustrations. Pete Alonso actually said he had his worst month of a big leaguer the last month, and that really speaks volumes. But it's been inconsistent offense. They really don't have anyone that's stepped up, and they need Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander to be those superstars, and it hasn't really worked out that way.
You know, I look at those 2 guys in particular, Mark Sweeney, and longer in the tooth, right? And there comes a time when, hey, it just might be the time. I'm not saying they're done, but I tell you what, it's just uncanny how both guys are just at the stage right now to where not what the Mets had hoped.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Mudcat, because it's high expectations and you're going on more of a resume than anything else. And I think when you have the Atlanta Braves in there, the Marlins are a great story, and you start realizing that the Phillies were in the World Series last year. You have to be almost perfect, and the Mets have not been that way. Can they be better? Of course they can, but I think exactly to your point, Mud, they're relying on guys that have had a very good resume. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition the rest of the year.
Well, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I mean, how surprised are you by what the Braves are doing right now?
Yeah, the Braves to me are the class of the National League, if not baseball right now. And yes, the Rays are one of those teams, but you look at the Braves and how they're formed, it really becomes one of those games where they are so dominant, and they're not even healthy yet. Max Fried has not been pitching well. I mean, he's been on the IL for a long time.
You know, one thing we didn't talk about yesterday when we were talking about the Atlanta Braves that I did want to bring up, I think they have one of the best coaching staffs in all of Major League Baseball.
I totally agree with you, Don.
This one is down to third, and throw across is dug out by Moustakas. I mean, at every position of their coaching staff is someone who, you know, is a old school baseball guy, baseball people.
Yeah, and there's a lot of value to that, and especially the way they play the game. Brian Snitker is the example. He's been in that organization for so long, has run so many different titles, and I think a guy that you also root for. When you talk to Brian Snitker, it's all about who's teaching inside that clubhouse, and it's all about his coaching staff. That's the reason why they have a lot of trust in one another.
Walt Weiss, bench coach. Rick Kranitz been in the game forever. Kevin Seitzer.
Ron Washington.
Yeah, Wash, who's always working with the infielders. Eric Young Sr. Eddie Perez.
It's a good staff.
Yeah, it is.
Fernando batting with 2 down in the inning. And they're on top 8-0 tonight against the Guardians.
As Skip Carey would say, the late, great Skip Carey. Win, 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 win. You've heard that story of Skip when Jeffrey Leonard was up running around first. Gene Garber's pitching, and they're on TBS.
Does that involve the movie?
Yeah, he goes, stay tuned. We got the Magnificent Seven warming up in the bullpen after Jeffrey Leonard grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. Here's the pitch. 6, 4, 3. Well, win, 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 win. We'll be back with the totals right after this.
Hey, good changeup again right there from Sandoval. That seems to be his pitch. Down and away to the righty.
6 in a row retired by Sandoval. It's 2-2. There's grounded foul outside of third. Sweet Dog, I know you had the chance to sit down with your good friend, and we got to watch that, which was really cool.
Yeah,
the manager Phil Nevin, that had to be special.
Yeah, it was so fun. First off, being around Phil Nevin, you're proud that he's had this opportunity to manage, and he's done real well in the interview process. And unfortunately, with Joe Madden losing his job, he gets that opportunity, but he's so excited, Don, and you can tell. He doesn't deal with all these injuries the way I think all of us perceive these injuries. He just says, hey, the next man up, we got to go out there, we got to fight. And he sends a different message in that locker room because he's been there and he's done that.
You know, Mark, we've talked many times. I think Phil Nevin, one of the better baseball minds out there. I mean, from the get-go. 12 major league seasons, of course, first overall pick by the Astros. He's got a really good resume, but I'm happy for him, too, getting the chance to manage. Because he does. He has a really good baseball mind. He knows the game.
I think so many people, Mudcat, don't realize that he's had a passion for this for a long time because of the respect he had for Bruce Bochy and what he meant to him. Also, the late Kevin Towers. He wants to make them proud, and that's the way he goes about his business. I think all of us that know him are proud of him, what he has to do, and it's difficult, especially one of 30. You know how hard this is in this game with expectations.
Oh, battle here in 8 pitches so far. In the dirt, ball 4, and down to first goes Fernando. That was quite the battle. Ends up that it is walk number 4 handed out by Sandoval.
And Fernando's showing some patience.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. 2 down. Fernando at first base. Tie game. Padres batting in the bottom of the 5th. Soto has walked and grounded out to second base. Strike on the outside edge.
Oh, you can't place that pitch any better on the outside corner. Threads it.
Pitch 85 for Sandoval's on the ground right side to the second baseman Rengifo. Throws out Soto. Padres are gone in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Tied 2-2. It's time now for our Air National Guard play sets.
Well, let's go back to the 3rd inning. 2 outs. Joe Adell, he placed one perfectly off the third base bag. Look at Manny's reaction, really. Moniak scores. 2nd run for the Angels. Ties it up, and that's where we are. You can't beat fun at the old ballpark. Future big leaguers taking in. Oh, good seats, kids.
Having a blast.
Wow. Good for you.
Joe Adell leading it off here for the Angels in the 6th inning. Next pitch will be the 90th for Seth Lugo as he works into the 6th inning. On a strike is the slider that time from Lugo.
I was just going to say, now that it's the 3rd time around, maybe Lugo will start breaking out that slider more after they've seen the changeup and curveball.
So 3 hits this year for Adell in his limited time at the major league level this season. A double, a triple, and a home run. A 1-2 pitch. As this inning begins for Lugo, there is action for the first time in the Padres pen. Tom Cosgrove up and warming. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Seth Lugo.
A beautiful sequence from the right-hander after going sliders down away, 4-seamer up and in. Tried to get to it, changed his mind in the middle. And that at bat right there, water under the bridge. Adell goes back after swinging and missing.
Mike Moustakas will take a look at strike 1. Moustakas tonight has struck out swinging and grounded out to second base. 0-2. Rip foul. Up in the pen, Jose Soriano warming at the moment. First action we've seen in the Angels pen. 0-2, a swing and a miss. Lugo's getting stronger as this outing goes. That is now 5 in a row and back-to-back Ks for him. 6 in all for Seth Lugo.
And second one in a row, going upstairs once again with the fastball. Adell gone. Moustakas gone.
15 of 22 first pitch strikes for Lugo, and 7 of the last 8 first pitch strikes. Getting ahead, and of course this time he does not. Ball 1.
It happens.
Renfroe's 4 for 10 in the series. Down the third baseline. Machado to the back and gets it there in time. Lugo is through 6. Tied at 2.
Welcome back to Petco Park, where Xander Bogaerts is starting to look the part. In the month of April, he was hitting .290. He has struggled at times. We've documented the wrist injury, but this is what makes him special, is he has the ability to drive the ball the other way. We know the home runs have come, but that double right there and this RBI single yesterday, you could see his reaction, absolutely loving the fact that that's what he is. He's that opposite field hitter, especially with 2 strikes, that makes him so dangerous. And guys, if you have Xander Bogaerts back, you know this offense is going to be markedly better.
Yeah, he started so well, Swing Dog, the first month of April with his new uniform on, but the last month or so has been a little rough, but he seems to be right back on track again.
As you know, Don, putting on a different uniform just doesn't come easily to say I'm going to be the same guy that I was in a Red Sox uniform. And I was actually surprised at how well he was in the month of April because of the 2-strike hitting, his ability to do it. But really now, him making the adjustments and being healthier, I think it's a big key.
Yeah, Manny Machado with a swing and a miss for strike 1 against the new pitcher Jose Soriano.
Soriano enters his 11th game. Opponent's only hitting 103 off of Soriano. 4-pitch mix. And you just saw a well, that pitch had some funky action. It was a sinker. Throws a curveball, sinker, 4-seamer, and a slider. Soriano.
This is extreme first base side of the rubber. And a swing and a miss for Machado as him down 1-2.
Yeah, so working both sides of the plate with that sinker and that slider down and away. And you're right, Don. That Just the ball of his foot in contact with that pitcher's plate.
That's as far over as you'll see.
Yeah. And remember, the foot just has to be in contact. It could be an inch of your shoe touching that pitcher's plate. And no, he's going. There he
is it?
And plus, look at that hole right there. He's avoiding that hole where other pitchers have been.
High drive, deep left field. Man, oh man, oh Manny. Home run number 12 of the year. Manny Machado puts the Padres on top 3-2.
Well, you know what happens when you throw him a hanging slider. Oh, don't do it. Well, he did it. Actually, that looked like he had a bigger break. That was a curveball from Soriano. Hanger, see ya. Wow.
Padres take the 3-2 lead. One swing of the bat. Xander Bogaerts takes a curveball for a ball. 1-2. 5 for 7 in the series is Xander. Swing and a miss on a curveball. 1-2. Nick Martinez is now up in the Padres pen. After Lugo gets through the 6th inning, Tom Cosgrove had been warming in the pen. Weaves at that and strikes out. The sinker gets Bogaerts for the first out of the inning. A little history here tonight with that home run for Manny Machado. And he passes Adrian Gonzalez for the most homers all time at Petco Park. 66 home runs here. Congratulations to Manny. And there'll be many more.
Yeah, he was going to shatter that one.
Fly ball left field. Adele comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Jake Cronenworth is retired. We'll bring up Gary Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 2. He's lined out to center and grounded out to third base.
Tell you what, that sinker of his has got some serious movement to it. Run and sink.
Three balls and a strike.
The thing that really sticks out for Soriano, 12 and a third going into this game, 20 punch outs.
And Dixon waiting on deck. And there are 2 outs in the inning. 3-1. And that's ball 4 to Sanchez. A 2-out base on balls. Perfect for the beach or a Padres game. You won't want to miss this straw hat giveaway presented by SDG&E. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on Monday, August 7th, when the Padres host the Dodgers at 1:10. To get yours, secure your seats at Padres.com/giveaways.
It's a sweet looking lid.
Yeah.
Keep the sun off of you.
And a pinch hitter coming up for Dixon. Rougned Odor will pinch hit.
Connie, that straw hat is perfect for the fishing boat,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It could be.
For the Sun Dolphin,
Yes.
you
We don't have one of those to show, do we? They haven't brought one of those
bet.
up yet.
No, we can get our hands on one of those.
We had the Darvish bobblehead.
You guys know some people?
Yes, we do. In fact, there's some people I thought in the hall. Maybe they were coming with a straw hat. I don't know.
By the way, outstanding interview with Snellzilla.
You got it.
And the add-on with Musgrove.
That was a surprise. How about him taking a timeout in the middle of the interview?
I loved it, though.
That's a first
I mean,
for me.
if you're going to hand it over to Joe Musgrove, I mean, why not?
He didn't like the pressure, didn't like the stress, so he took a timeout in the middle of the interview. I think he felt like he was being interrogated.
I think he was a little sensitive today, to be honest with you.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
He got busted. Straight up busted. I don't think he's sorry he did it. I just think he's sorry he got caught.
Yes.
That's what I think.
I totally agree with that one.
And it was totally, I mean, we just happened to be just sending a camera by the dugout, and there he is on a headset.
Right in your front lawn.
Right. Inside, and Odor gets hit. So that'll push Sanchez to second base with a hit batsman with 2 down.
Oh, right off the kneecap. Didn't even phase him.
No. I'd be on the ground for several minutes.
Writhing in pain.
Yes. You would have to get a cart to get
like,
me.
I'm rooting at Odor. Really?
That would be it. IL. Maybe for the season. Is Trent Grisham will take a strike.
You'd be like one of those soccer players, right? Just flopping at home plate.
1 for 7. They're unbelievable, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Curveball that time. It's just the second outing last 6 days for Soriano. That's pitched on Sunday.
He's got good movement on all his pitches. That's a nice curveball right there.
Pretty good drop.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Grisham strikes out. Padres will strand a pair in the inning. But Manny Machado with home run number 12 of the year, home run number 66 at Petco Park. Padres have a 3-2 lead. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
I'll tell you what, Seth Lugo was covering everything tonight. Fastball location was very, very key. Oh, don't forget about the hammer. He was throwing the hammer to the halos, and they were swinging and missing. And just when he was throwing the hammer and the changeup, right, he would break out the slider a little later. But going upstairs with the fastball, a really good night. Once again, Seth Lugo keeping him in the game. A really good night in the big league. 6 frames, only 1 earned run. He struck out 6, and once again, throwing strikes, only 1 walk for Seth Lugo. A job well done tonight.
Nick Martinez takes over for the Friars.
All right, well, Nick's been worked a lot. He wants the ball, enters his 34th game. 50 strikeouts in 61 2/3 for the right-hander.
Matt Theis drives one to deep right field, and this game is tied. First pitch thrown by Martinez. Theis hits his 5th home run of the year. It ties the game 3-3.
Well, you see Matt Theis looking for that dead red fastball, and he gets it. Down and in. That's what lefties really love, and that's a sweet swing to tie this ball game up.
424 feet the distance. And Lugo will not be part of the decision with a tie game now. He had just left and was really good. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 6, and departed with a 3-2 lead. He's given up just 1 earned run in his last 13 innings pitched. And unfortunately, the Angels tie it up 3-3 with a leadoff home run by Theis to start the 7th inning. Luis Rengifo now. 2-0 from Martinez. That's ball 3. Missed with a changeup. 5 for 9 in the series is Rengifo, and that includes a home run in game 1. Ball 4. So a home run and a 4-pitch walk to Rengifo starts things here in the 7th for the Angels. So Martinez now has allowed 11 runs in the last 7 innings pitched.
Yeah, Nick's got to work ahead. He knows that because he's got that good changeup. He can go up the ladder with that fastball.
A little drag bunt here, and one play. It's the flip to first, and the sacrifice is complete.
Perfectly executed. Good bat control. Moving him up.
Rengifo into scoring position now. Angels have the go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. And here's Mickey Moniak, the center fielder. Wild swing and a miss for strike 1. Chase to changeup. So the top of the order, the 1-2-3 hitters are 1 for 9 with 6 groundouts in this game. All that was against Lugo. And 6 groundouts into the prone zone. Been very busy at second base tonight. He's now moved to first base. 1-1 is down the line and wide. At first he was trying to go to Cronenworth again, who is now at first base with Brandon Dixon pinch hit for by that guy, Rougned Odor, who takes over at second now for the Friars. Ball and 2 strikes to Mickey Moniak. Swing and a miss, and he thinks he got a piece of it, but the home plate umpire Jerry Lane does not agree. And that is the first strikeout for Nick Martinez. 2 down.
It's the changeup, turns it over. And a nice block right there by Sanchez, keeping that runner at second base.
So 2 down, and Eduardo Escobar with Rengifo at second base. Got all the groundouts to Cronenworth. The 7 groundouts ties a career high. We've got plenty of baseball left in this one. 2 for 9 in the series is Escobar. Strike called on that outside edge. Up earlier, up again is Tom Cosgrove. Wrap foul, and it's 1-2. The other side, Jacob Webb is up now for the Angels. After an inning from Soriano in relief of Sandoval, the starter for the Angels, who went the first 5, giving up 2 runs. This game is now tied 3-3 with a runner at second, 2 down, and a 1-2 pitch. Popped up from second and short. Kim from short will make the catch. It ends the inning, but a long home run for Matt Theis has tied the score 3-3. 7th inning stretch. Coming up on Padres postgame, presented by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Quality for Lugo. We'll hear from Bob Melvin and get you ready for the Mets series coming up. All that in the postgame show coming up. The pitcher Jacob Webb comes into the game here in what is a tie game, 3-3. The third arm used tonight by Phil Nevin.
Well, Jacob Webb at 29 years young, drafted in 2014 by the Atlanta Braves out of Tabor College. Enters his 19th game. Once again, opponent's batting average only 155 in 19 2/3. More strikeouts than innings pitched. His 3-pitch mix, 4-seamer, a changeup, and a sweeper from Jacob Webb.
Ha-Sung Kim to lead it off. He was grounded to short, walked, scored a run, and grounded out to third base. Two for 11 in the series is Kim. Padres taking the series already, winning games 1 and 2. Trying to make it a clean sweep. Strike call, bottom of the zone at the knees.
Well, does he get a call right here, or does it light up? It lights up on that breaking ball.
Reaches out, pokes it foul off to the right, out of play. Padres looking for their first sweep of the Angels since 1999. Swing and a miss, and Kim strikes out. Fastball is down. First out in the bottom of the 7th.
Seems like when he wants to go down, missed down with the 4-seamer right there. Wow. He was definitely looking for something else, Kim was. Very, very late. Not a good swing right there on that pitch.
One out, and it brings up Fernando. On the ground, fair ball. Into the left field corner. Adele going to play it. Fernando will round second and pull it up. A 1-out double for Tatis.
Change up. Right down the middle. Fernando drops the head right here. Just keeps it fair. And he's always thinking about that extra base. Plays right in front of him. Hey, the brakes work. A double will do just fine.
1 out in scoring position at second base for Juan Soto. I would have to think that after back-to-back outings, and especially the length of yesterday's outing, that looking towards the end of this game, Josh Hader would not be available.
Yeah, I agree.
Soto is going to be intentionally walked here, it looks like. They're going to put him on. And go after Manning. Interesting. It does set up a double play. But Machado, in his last at bat, hit a long home run to left. So 2 on, 1 away.
Well, Don, back to your point, Josh Hader has yet to throw in 3 games in a row this year, so I would have to agree with you.
Two on, 1 away. Ball 1 to Manning. It's been a 2-hit night, not just the home run, which he had his last time up, but also a single to right, popped out to shortstop back in the first inning. Against Webb, 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Strike 1 and a mighty swing from Manning. The Padres fans, you scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with a home run by Machado.
Well, righties off of Webb this year only hitting 149. That might be one of the reasons why Phil Nevin, I mean, you know, you walk Soto. Okay, you want to mention Manny Machado, who just hit a home run in this game. But overall, Webb's throwing the ball extremely well. Lefty's hitting 167. So Phil Nevin, like you mentioned, Don, right? He puts a double play in order. Manny, if he hits the ball on the ground, that's what the Angels are hoping for.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Manny has had some struggles against right-handers this year, hitting a .203 against right-handed pitching.
Going up and in on him.
Time called very late. And Webb had to stop his delivery. He's able to strike out Kim to begin the inning, but allows a double to Tatis. Intentional walk of Soto has runners at first and second in this tie game, 3-3. Ball 3.
Really good layoff, and that dot lit up. That last pitch, that was a pitcher's pitch.
In the air down the left field line, headed foul. Out ahead.
That was the hanger he was looking for. A little bit too quick on that one.
Just spun it up there. It's a 404-foot foul ball. Tatis at second, Soto at first, one out. Xander Bogaerts waiting on deck. Popped up, foul ground. Moustakas will go as far as he can, but will have no play. Runs into the wall. Well, earlier this happened to lead off the sixth inning for Manny Machado.
Hanging curveball to Manny Machado, and that spells cuidado. Upper tank.
Eighth pitch of this plate appearance coming up for Manny Machado after they just intentionally walked Soto to get to him. That is ball 4. And the walk to Machado. Well, Soto was way off first base. He wasn't sure what happened there, but it is ball 4, and it's going to load the bases. So they intentionally walked Soto, then end up walking Machado. Ooh, that was a good pitch, too. That was a strike.
Right at the knees. Wow. And make it hurt.
Bases filled with Friars, and a chance here for Xander Bogaerts. And Phil Nevin wants that strike 3 call is what he wants.
Yeah, when Phil gives you that look, you know that look.
Xander Bogaerts has 6 RBIs in the series. Bases filled with Friars. Ball 1. Two for 9 are the Angels. 1 for 5 are the Padres. Plenty of chances in this game.
You know why I like this matchup is because what Mark Sweeney was talking about earlier. Xander Bogaerts has no problem trying to go the other way.
Phil's hot.
Yeah, he is.
Foul back to the screen. 2-1.
Xander has that ability to take that pitch away and spank it that way.
And Nevin's been ejected from this game. Jerry Lane let him go for a while and then had enough. And now Phil's going to let him know what he thinks about his strike zone. He's got a point on the last pitch to Manning.
Yeah.
But he's been concerned about many of the pitches tonight and the frustration just kind of boiling over. The chance to say some stuff.
And you know what? Jerry Lane gave him a chance to voice his opinion. That's for sure.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
Bases loaded, 1 out. The 2-1 pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Whoa! And
interesting.
Yeah, Bob would like to say some stuff.
Yeah. That's clearly a ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for San Diego. On the ground to first baseman Moustakas. No, it's going to be the pitcher. Takes it for the out. Run scores. Tatis in the back door. Padres take a 4-3 lead. So Bogaerts grounds out. But scoring from third with a go-ahead run is Fernando.
Well, you talk about Xander Bogaerts going the other way. Well, he went the other way. To the right side.
And the 2 get into scoring position. Fernando sliding his way in. Put the Padres on top 4-3. Now Jake Cronenworth looking to obtain some insurance. One for one with a triple off Webb in his career. And they're going to intentionally walk him. Second intentional walk of the inning. The first was to Juan Soto. This time it's to Cronenworth. And take their chances with right-handed hitting Gary Sanchez. Overall, that is the 3rd walk of the inning allowed here. Sets up a force at any base as well. The bases reloaded for the Padres. Bounced in for ball 1. Good pick by Theis. Oh for 10 in the series is Sanchez. Fly ball, center field. Moniak moving into right center. Will make the catch. It'll end the inning, but the Padres have added the run. Fernando, the only hit of the inning, a double. He comes in to score. It's 4-3 Padres. To the 8th we go. It's San Diego. Padres have grabbed the lead in what has been an exciting ball game tonight from Petco Park, the finale of this 3-game series. The new pitcher is Tom Cosgrove, and first batter who faces Ohtani. We saw this matchup in the first game.
Oh, it was quite a matchup as well for the young kid Cosgrove against the MVP. Going fastball up and in, right? Making that presence known, and then quickly ahead 0-2 with the fastball. And then that big sweeper way off the plate. Gives you an idea, the horizontal movement right there. Started at the hip pocket, ended up in the other batter's box. A really good sequence right there from Tom Cosgrove. That'll give you some confidence. Tom enters his 20th game. .93, that's right. That's not a typo. .93 for the lefty. Opponent's hitting 129. This is a big inning right here. Sometimes the save comes in the 8th.
Ohtani leading it off, with the Padres now on top 4-3, and a swing and a miss for strike one. He has pulled 7 of 8 balls that have been in play in this series. He is 0 for 9 in the series, and tonight 3 groundouts, all to second base. Goes the other way this time, and back goes Machado to make the catch. One down in the 8th.
Check out the swing. You know, don't look at the pitch, but just look at the swing. Out in front, all arms, one-handed, weak pop fly. Tom Cosgrove is making some pitches against a really good hitter.
Talk about getting a lot of work. Cosgrove, his 4th appearance in the last 5 days. Pitch for a strike. Joe Adell will take a pitch for a strike and find himself down on the count 0-2 on that slider. Davinsky up again. Already seen him in the series, the former Astro.
That's a strike. But I will clarify, both sides tonight. Strikes called balls, balls called strikes. It happens.
Adell hits a high fly ball down the left field line. Playable for Soto if it ever comes down, and it does. 2 down.
What goes up must come down, right?
Eventually, yes. So 2 down in the 8th. 55-degree launch angle on that fly ball off the bat of Joe Adell. There is more action in the Padres pen. Luis Garcia up in the pen. Swing and a miss. Fastball running in. And the left-handed hitting Mike Moustakas. On the ground to the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth. He'll take it himself. We're going to the bottom of the 8th in San Diego. Padres have a 4-3 lead. Padres baseball is brought to you by Sequan Casino Resort, the official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. Sequan Casino Resort, make it yours. By Jack in the Box. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run. And by Pacifico. Live life, anchors up. It is on to the last of the 8th inning at Petco Park in San Diego, where the Padres have a 4-3 lead over the Angels. Chris Davinsky into the game now for Los Angeles.
Oh, we've seen Davinsky before, and he's a changeup specialist. 32 year.
Oh, it's a long career.
Yeah, it's a really long career. 32 years young. He's had a really good career. He's entered his 27th game. I mentioned the changeup. That's his #1 pitch. Over 50% of the time. Mixing a 4-seamer, slider, and a sweeper, along with a curveball.
It's going to be Odor leading it off. We just want to thank our good friend Blake Snell, who is back in very good graces with us. In between innings, we were given a couple of pairs of shoes from Snellzilla, and we cannot thank you enough for doing this.
Yep. So now, hopefully, yesterday, clean that out and then finish this game strong. And
Blake, you went above and beyond.
This is tremendous.
This is unbelievable.
We really appreciate it. We're good now. If we were not good before, we are definitely good now.
Perfect.
I'm speechless.
We're good.
Nothing but love.
Y'all get back to what you do. I'll get back to cheering the boys on.
Let's get some runs.
All right, here we go.
All right.
We're good now, right? All set.
oh, we're good.
Yeah. I think he was feeling pretty guilty. What do you think?
We need to make him feel guilty more often.
Yeah.
I'd love a Rolex.
Odor, pinch hit in the 6th inning, was hit by a pitch.
So important to get on one of these two guys to flip the order, top of the order, get some insurance.
On the ground at first base. Moustakas will take it himself to the bag. First out of the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Trent Grisham. Oh for 3 from his spot in the order. He has struck out looking, grounded out to second, struck out swinging. And 1 for 8 in the series. Ooh, we got some news.
What's that, Tommy?
Well, we were talking earlier that maybe Josh Hader would not be available for a 3rd straight day. Well, guess again. He's up.
Nice. It's one of the best.
One hopper that explodes on Moustakas. Great pick. He just turned his head and made that stab for out number 2. Nice play.
Yeah, the ball found his glove right there. A very nice play. Sometimes the ball finds you.
Two down, 8th inning. Ha-Sung Kim coming up. Strike 1. 2 for 12 in the series. Takes over for Webb, who is on the hook at the moment. As Webb went an inning, giving up a run on 1 hit. Ended up with 3 walks. 2 were intentional. And struck out a batter. But again, a run came across on the ground out off the bat of Bogaerts. Picked up the RBI. Tatis scored, and it's 4-3 Padres here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 down. 2-2. 43,401. 43,401. The 36th sellout of the year here at Petco Park in San Diego. And we thank you, Friar Faithful, for coming out each and every day in 2023. Ball 3, full count to Kim. Fernando waiting on deck. There are 2 outs in the inning. That's ball 4. We will see Fernando in the inning. Another walk. That is 9 walks allowed in this game by Angels pitching. Here is Fernando. He's been on 3 times. Grounds one up the middle into center field. Kim's going to try to go first or third. No, throwing the brakes on. It's a good thing he did. As getting to it pretty quickly was Moniak in center field, and it's 2 on with 2 down. That's the 3rd hit of the night for Fernando.
Yeah, you don't want to try to stretch it and make that last out at third base. Pass it on to the next guy. Fernando fights this one off. 5 hopper through the middle of the infield. Kim breaks work. Scampers back safely.
Said a couple moments ago, it's 9 walks allowed tonight by Angels pitching. It's actually 10 walks. They're into double figures now. 2 intentional walks, 10 total. 2 on, 2 down, and Soto coming up. Juan has 2 of those walks, 1 back in the first and an intentional walk in the 7th. Here he is in the 8th with a chance to grab some insurance. 1 for 9 in the series. Kim at second, Tatis at first, 2 down in the 8th. Fouled off to the left out of play. Chase that 4-seam fastball, and it's 1-1.
Well, you can tell by the reaction of a hitter after a pitch. They foul it back. Does he want it back? I think so.
Ball 2.
Good pitch. He got squeezed on that one. That was a strike. Nowitzki with the changeup there. Ooh, beautiful pitch.
Did he go? No, he did not. Good hitters count for a good hitter. Ball 4. Bases loaded. 3rd time Soto's walked in this game. Second walk handed out by Davinsky, and that's 11 walks for Angels pitching. Nobody up in the Angels pen.
You talk about a needed 2-out knock right here to bust it open a little bit. Crack of the bat, 2 outs, guys are going to be going. A gapper can clear the bases. Man, he should just hit one out.
Machado tonight has popped out to short, single to right, homered to left, his 12th home run of the year, walked in the 7th. Two and 0. All of this coming with 2 outs in the inning. He was able to get Odor and Grisham, but a walk to Kim, the single for Tatis, a walk to Soto, and here we are. 3-0. Think he's got the green light?
I say take. That's just me, Mr. Vegas.
Ball 4, and the Padres have a 2-run lead. The RBI for Machado, the bases loaded walk. 3rd walk of the inning allowed by Davinsky. Padres on top 5-3. And reloaded for Xander Bogaerts. .22 total pitches, only 7 strikes. And it's strike 1 to Bogaerts.
Yeah, the release point a little fuzzy for Davinsky. What Xander's looking for is a mistake in the zone, wild in the zone. Wow.
Missing with the changeup, 1-1. On the ground, picked at third. Escobar will go to second for the out. The force out that will end the inning. But the Padres able to tack on another run. We're going to the 9th inning. Padres on top 5-3. Josh Hader will be coming in to pitch for the 3rd straight day. First time since 2021. 5-3 Padres have the lead over the Angels as we get ready for the 9th. The Padres Hats Off Their Heads fundraiser presented by Blue Shield of California is now live until July 5th at 8 p.m. Bid on authentic game-worn and autographed hats. That proceeds from the 4th of July hats benefit go to the Veterans Village of San Diego. Learn more at Padres.com/hats. So, for the first time since September 24th through the 26th, Josh Hader is going to work in 3 consecutive games.
All right, the left-hander, as Donnie just mentioned, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, 23 pitches. Yesterday, 19. Chalk it up to 42. Enters his 34th game. Looking for save number 20 for Josh Hader.
Ground ball foul off the bat of Hunter Renfroe. Leads it off here in the 9th inning. Tom Cosgrove, very nicely done in the 8th, a 1-2-3 inning. And now it is Hader for the 9th. Yesterday entered with a 5-run lead. Monday came in with a 7-run lead, and here in a save situation, this ball is in the air to right where Fernando waits for out number 1. One out in the 9th, and for Padres pitching, that is 7 in a row retired, and it brings up the pinch hitter Taylor Ward will pinch hit for Matt Thaiss. Thaiss tonight in the game had walked, struck out, and homered. He tied the score in the 7th inning. Strike 1. 243, 9 homers, 31 runs driven in for Ward as he pinch hits in the 9th with 1 out.
Really good pitch. Got squeezed. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Angels pitchers, Padres pitchers.
Strike 2.
Well, the velocity's there, 96. Sure, we've seen Hader touch 97. Even higher, right down the middle there.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4, and he loses him. A 1-out walk for the pinch hitter Ward will bring the tying run to the plate now for the Angels. Luis Rengifo. Hader has had some walk problems lately. Last 3 1/3, 7 walks for Hader. The first of tonight's outing. And a strike to Rengifo. Luis Rengifo, a single to right, struck out looking and has walked. 5 for 9 in the series. To left, Soto coming in, makes the catch into the slide, 2 down. Just a little bloop to left, and Soto comes in to make the grab. He says no.
Good react right there. Good first jump. Big swing, got in on him. Sometimes outfielders can be fooled by the swing. Soto's all over it, secures it for the out.
Another pinch hitter with 2 outs. Here is Chad Wallach. Strike 1. Six homers. He represents a tying run. Popped up, foul ground, and over is Cronenworth, but will not have a play. Back into the seats. Friar Faithful at Petco Park in San Diego will stand as one. Just downstairs, 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Padres win. Josh Hader works for the 3rd consecutive day. Finishes it off in the 9th to pick up the save.
Hader touching 96, 97. He wipes him out with the slider. And Donnie, I smell a sweep.
First sweep of a 3-game series this season. First sweep of the Angels for the Padres since 1999. Nicely done as the Padres take this one a final of 5-3 over the Angels. Thank you for watching Padres baseball presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Mark Sweeney, I'm Don Orsillo. Stick around for Manny Machado on the Padres postgame show with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. It's next.